Let the battle begin. The psychic air crackled and trembled as Jean Grey's eyes ignited with the blazing fire of cosmic fury. Scarlet Witch stood across from her, red chaos energy swirling around her fingertips, distorting reality in every direction like a shimmering mirage. The tension was unbearable, like the calm before a catastrophic storm. Neither spoke. No words were necessary. The first move would decide who gained momentum, and neither woman was about to hesitate. Jean's mind reached out like a tidal wave. You won't be able to rewrite this battle, Wanda. Her telekinetic grip swept through the battlefield with the force of a hurricane, uprooting debris, bending steel, and sending shockwaves toward Scarlet Witch. But Wanda Maximoff smirked, whispering under her breath, "You think this world obeys your rules?" She clapped her hands and reality fractured. Jean's tidal wave of telekinetic force collapsed mid-air, sucked into a vortex of distortion created by Wanda's hex magic. The ground beneath Jean shifted and warped as if reality itself were rejecting her existence. But the Omega-level telepath wasn't done. Summoning her Phoenix-born power, she soared into the air, golden flames trailing behind her. With a powerful mental blast, she shattered Wanda's hex field and forced her to retreat several steps. "You'll have to do better than that," Jean shouted, her telepathic voice echoing across every plane of thought. She dove toward Wanda, unleashing psychic tendrils designed to crush her mind. Wanda gritted her teeth, conjuring a shield of crimson magic to block the attack, but Jean's mental assault was relentless. Wanda staggered, her vision blurring as Jean's psychic claws tore into her defenses. But Scarlet Witch was never one to be cornered. "No more telepathy," she whispered, her eyes glowing with an ominous red light. Reality itself bent to her will. Jean's psychic tendrils dissolved into nothingness as if they'd never existed. Jean blinked, momentarily stunned. That pause was all Wanda needed. "Gotcha," Wanda said with a sly grin, summoning a wave of chaos energy that detonated like a bomb, blasting Jean across the battlefield. Jean hit the ground hard, but before Wanda could capitalize, a blazing aura of Phoenix energy erupted around Jean's body. She floated back into the air, her hair aflame, her eyes glowing with otherworldly power. "You think you can erase me?" Jean growled. "I'm beyond time, beyond space." Her power flared, causing the very air to vibrate as she unleashed a telekinetic shockwave that cracked the ground beneath them. Wanda staggered, but she wasn't out yet. She chanted quickly, weaving a spell that rewrote the fabric of the battlefield. Gravity reversed, space folded in on itself, and suddenly Jean found herself trapped in an infinite loop of reality. Scarlet Witch smirked. "Let's see how long you can fight when time is against you." Jean grimaced, struggling to break free of the temporal snare. But she wasn't just a telepath, she was the Phoenix. She closed her eyes, focused inward, and ignited her cosmic power, burning through the fabric of Wanda's spell like paper in a fire. With a triumphant roar, she shattered the loop and surged forward, grabbing Wanda midair with telekinetic force and slamming her into the ground. Wanda gasped, the impact knocking the breath from her lungs. Jean hovered above her, golden flames licking at her skin. "Yield," Jean commanded, her voice echoing with cosmic authority. But Wanda only laughed, her breath ragged. "You still don't get it, do you?" Wanda's voice was barely a whisper, but her eyes burned with defiance. "I don't fight fair." She clapped her hands, and a wave of probability-altering magic surged outward. The Phoenix flames around Jean flickered, unstable. Jean's power wavered for a split second, and Wanda seized the opportunity. A crimson hex exploded from her palms, blasting Jean into a nearby building. Debris rained down, but Jean wasn't defeated. She rose from the rubble, blood trickling down her temple. Her eyes narrowed. "You've pushed me far enough." With a scream that tore through the astral plane, Jean unleashed the full might of her telepathic power. Memories, nightmares, and psychic torment flooded Wanda's mind, forcing her to her knees. Wanda clutched her head, fighting to stay conscious. But Wanda wasn't done yet. Chaos reigns. Her words slithered through the air like a curse. She reached deep into her magic reserves, summoning the raw, chaotic energy that had once unmade entire worlds. The battlefield quaked as reality itself began to collapse. Jean felt the ground shift beneath her feet, but she refused to yield. She tapped into the core of the Phoenix Force, channeling every ounce of her strength. "Enough!" Jean roared. Her voice carried the weight of a star exploding, and her psychic power surged forward like a tidal wave of fire. The chaos energy met it head-on, creating a cataclysmic collision that illuminated the sky. The ground cracked, the air burned, and for a moment it seemed like neither would survive. Then in an instant it was over. Scarlet Witch collapsed to the ground, her magic flickering like a dying candle. Jean Grey stood above her, breathing heavily, her body still glowing with residual phoenix power. Wanda tried to rise but faltered, her strength spent. The data is clear. While Scarlet Witch's reality-warping chaos was impressive, Jean Grey's sheer telepathic might and unrelenting control over the Phoenix Force ultimately secured the victory. Did this battle end the way you expected? Could Scarlet Witch have turned the tide with a different approach? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who should Jean Grey face next in an epic showdown? Or what clash would you like to see featured in the next battle? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this epic showdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more unforgettable battles. Until next time, stay epic, my friends.